Volunteers of America is a national ministry of service that began in 1896 with a commitment to go wherever we are needed and to do all we can to bring hope, healing, and support to people in need. As we have sharpened our focus and our commitment to serving the most vulnerable populations in our community, we recognized and saw, to our great surprise and our great dismay, that another population that to a certain extent has been forgotten or left behind is our veterans.
My situation was about homelessness. And that to me is the beginning of getting yourself together to even get a job.
I became homeless about 2.5 years ago. I've been living from, family to family. That's what brought me to Volunteers of America. I was living in a shelter. It was an experience.
Even if we can get them employed relatively quickly, what we were really struggling with putting in place for them as quickly was housing. We started down the path of developing a permanent supportive housing program specifically for homeless veterans. The first floor will be an entire continuum of supportive services for veterans, whether it's primary health care, mental health issues, substance abuse services. We'll have a business and resource center, a training center, an employment training center, computer classes, computer workshops. Just about everything that they could possibly need to access will be available to them on site on the first floor of where they live.
Today, as opposed to all the things leading up to today, is really only about two things. It's about the extraordinary people, our nation's veterans, whose lives will be truly changed by this project. And it's also about the hard work and heroic efforts of so many people, many of whom are here today, and I'm so glad to see you, who have helped make Hope Manor a reality.
On three. 1, 2, 3.
Thank God for Volunteers of America. Thank God for Nancy, who had this dream and the belief that they can do something about it. And you need people like this. And maybe it's not just government alone. It's people like Nancy and the volunteers that have made a difference here in our communities. And I really believe that. This is a great city. A city has a heart. We never forget from whence we come from. We never forget the plight of people.
Volunteers of America is a great place for any person to come if they really need help, especially the veterans that really need the assistance, because there's nothing that they're not willing to do for you.
I think we have the finest veterans job training program in the state. We have a veteran service officer that helps connect guys to their services. We have job placement guys that are on our staff that are constantly looking for employment and employment opportunities. We have corporate partners that come in, help us with mock interviews. There are a lot of things that we put out in front of our men and women.
Coming here, it really makes you feel good as a vet. They have a compassion, they have a heart, they care, they give you the attention, they try to help you in every way they can. They stretch out their arms and just give you a hug.
Really, the first step in our program is putting our arms around them, sometimes literally and figuratively, and helping pull them across the threshold and helping give them enough faith and enough hope to start to take all the really hard steps. We really try and help them put themselves back together, because there's going to come a time where they need to be able to stand up completely on their own.
Volunteer America is a good company for helping veterans, homeless veterans, and homeless people. I recommend all veteran men and women come to the VOA. They're a good program. They help you achieve your goal, find a job, help you get housing, the whole thing.
I love Volunteers of America. It's like a second family.
These men and women have dreams, and they have goals. We challenge them, we push them to help the process of healing.
We really need to gear up as a service provider committed to veterans to make sure that we have the resources in place to meet not only the growing number, but the growing complexity of the challenges facing these returning veterans.
We should never turn away a veteran and put them on the streets of Chicago to sleep on the streets of Chicago.